Good evening, my YouTube viewers. Crystal here. I'm just here this evening, because I wanted to make another video for you. This video is going to be another AI video. What I did last night was I asked my boyfriend if he knew of a really easy card game that I could make a computer program on. So he gave me this card game 21. And he gave me the rules. And so this morning I worked on this card game 21 to try to make the rules. So I'm just doing a little bit different from machine learning and data science. And the reason why is because, we enter these competitions, and I'm not really winning any competitions. And the name of the game is entering competitions and winning them. And so what I need to do is I need to improve upon my programming skills. Sorry, I'm itching. And then if I can improve upon my programming skills, then maybe I can write some winning code, because that's what it's all about, is winning competitions. So I've written this program that my boyfriend gave me the rules for, and I'll go ahead and go over that with you. I've had to take the screen and put it away back from me, because this screen recorder that I'm using is called Panopto. It's showing my face really big on the screen. So I had to take the computer and push it back just so you can see the rest of my face. And I can't see the screen very well because my eyesight has decreased with age, but I will read it to you the best of my ability with my failing eyesight. So what I did was I wrote this computer program on Google Colab, and the reason why I use Google Colab is because it's an online Jupyter notebook, and it's got Python and a lot of libraries already installed on it. And because of that, I don't have to worry about installing Linux or Python or the libraries or anything like that. It's already on Google Colab. And I had a Chromebook, and the Chromebook, I installed Linux and all this other stuff on it, but then I discovered Google Colab, so I even stopped using it. But on my new computer, I haven't even installed Linux. I don't plan on installing Linux or Google or Python or any of the libraries, as long as I can use an online Jupyter notebook. And so I can use Google Colab, and I can also use Kaggle. And I noticed that on GitHub, it allows you to create a file on GitHub, but I don't know how to do that. I've never done it before. So until I need to do it, I guess I won't find out. So we'll get to this game that I created in Google Colab, and the first thing we'll do is we'll just read you the instructions. So the rules for 21, you take the joker out of the pack, start with 2 cards. You can either stick or twist. Stick means you don't ask for another card. Twist means you ask for another card. Keep adding cards until they total 21 or as high as you can get. And so an ace can be either 1 or 11, and a court card counts as 10. A player can have a maximum of 5 cards. If a player has 21 or less and 5 cards, he wins the game. If 21 or under and 2, 3, or 4 cards, it's a 5-card trick. The player that has the highest amount up to 21 wins. If a player gets higher than 21, he loses and has to say bust. So those are the rules of the game that humans played. But what I did was I made this a game that the computer plays itself, because it's an experiment in artificial intelligence. Because what we want to do is we want to see how the computer interacts with itself. It's very very complex situation because we're dealing with artificial intelligence. And so, who are we to say that a computer is not intelligent? So as we work on our projects, we will get deeper and deeper into artificial intelligence and find out just how far a computer can go. So after I created my program and I read my problem statement, I wanted to import the library. So I imported NumPy as NP, Pandas as PT. From random imported randint, and from NumPy imported array. And the reason why is because I was doing a lot of experimentation. So I may not have used array, but I put it in there just in case I needed it. So now what we do is we initialize our values. Games equals 1000, round equals 0, winner is a blank array, game number equals 0, and game equals 0. And so now we go into the actual game. And when we go into the actual game, we initialize some more. So deal 1 equals 0, deal 2 equals 0, score 1 equals 0, score 2 equals 0, card 1 is a blank array, cards 2 is a blank array, win equals 0. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so game number equals game number plus 1 because we're on our first game. So while score 1 is less than 21 and score 2 is less than 21, and you have to remember I'm reading this from a distance, okay? Deal 1 equals, let's just see. No, that's worse. Deal round equals round plus 1. Deal 1 equals randint, so it gives you a random integer between 1 and 10. If deal 1 equals 1 and score 1 is less than 10, deal 1 equals 11. Card 1 append deal, cards 1 append deal 1. So score 1 equals sum cards 1. And then you print your round, your deal 1, cards 1, and score 1. Then we do deal 2. Deal 2 equals randint 1 to 10, so it's a random integer between 1 and 10. If deal 2 equals 1 and score 2 is less than 10, deal 2 equals 11. Cards 2 append deal 2. Score 2 equals sum cards 2. And then you print round deal 2, cards 2, in score 2. And then now we've got to go through a series of if statements to decide who won that round. If score 1 equals score 2, win equals 0. If score 1 greater than 21 and score 2 greater than 21, win equals 0. If score 1 greater than score 2 and score 1 less than or equal to 21, or score 2 greater than 21, win equals 1. If score 2 greater than score 1 and score 2 less than or equal to 21, or score 1 greater than 21, win equals 2. And then you print the winner is, so it's going to tell you who the winner is. And then you append win to the winner. And then you print the sequence of winners is, and then you get the winner. And then so we've done all this. And the only thing that I could do a little bit differently, I didn't put the game number. So I think that what I'll do is I will amend this program to input the game. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I've written this program twice. I wrote it this morning somewhere else, and when I came home, there was a problem with my computer and it didn't save my work. So I ended up writing this program twice, which I was a little bit irritated about. So you can see the code where I did a thousand rounds. So this is a good idea because it helps me to make the changes that I want to make, because I want to change it to games. So include the aim. So that's a good idea. So really it is very good idea for me to do these code reviews because I can find all the mistakes that I made. And then in addition to that, I didn't really make a mistake, not per se, because I wrote the program somewhere else. And when I came home, there was a problem with my Google Colab, and it asked me to save it. And so I saved it, but it didn't save the most current version, which meant that I had to rewrite it. So that is another problem with Google Colab that you have to be aware of. And Google Colab doesn't make backup copies, and because it doesn't make backup copies, I just had to completely rewrite it. So that was a bit of a pain. So if I find another online Jupyter notebook, I might try that out and do an unboxing of it. So you can see I've done all of these programs. It'll be 1,000 programs, but I'm going to rewrite the program now that I'm here with you. And okay, so we finished it. So it tells you the winner. It gives you a sequence of winners. You got 1,000 winners because it says print lint winner. And then the winner count is 398 2, 381 1, and 221 0. So number 2s and number 1 were similar to each other. You had slightly more 2s than 1s. So that was interesting, and that was the last artificial intelligence exercise we did. It was a numbers game, and then the number 1s and the number 2s had similar scores as well. And in this artificial intelligence, you can see that number 1 and number 2 had similar scores too. So that's very good. So what's that saying is this computer is giving similar scores for both player number 1 and player number 2. So that concludes this code review. I read it the best I could with my failing eyesight. So if you like my video, please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to be notified whenever I make a new video, then please tick on the bell button next to the subscribe button, and every time I upload a video, you will receive a notification. And if you like the work I do and want to support me, I will be leaving my email address to my PayPal account in the in the description box down below. And the reason why is because I don't have enough subscribers to be able to monetize. So thank you so much for watching my video and listening to my code review. And I will be making changes that I said that I would be making. And I look forward to making new videos for you.